Hey y'all, it's Jordan from Jordan Budgets. Today we're going to count this cash, make sure we have what I think we have, and then we're going to stuff it into all of our binders. I almost said all of our new binders. They're all pretty new, but these two are brand new. You haven't seen them from me before. These two have been in rotation, I guess, for the last few weeks. But we're very like holiday and winter vibes at this point, and I'm so excited. I will show you the new designs in just a second. First, let's count this cash and make sure we have what I think we have. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 130, 50, 70, 90, 210, 220, 30, 40, 50, 60, 265, 70, 75, 80, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 300, and 1, 2, 3, 4. $304 to cash up today. How are you guys doing? Please let me know in the comments. Always love hearing from you guys. Things are going really well over here. I'm actually enjoying this winter so far, y'all. Okay, we're not in true winter yet, so I need to calm down. The gloomy weather last year, I was already depressed by this point because it was like too dark and gloomy, more than I was used to. If you don't know, I moved to Des Moines from South Mississippi about a year and a half ago. Last winter, oh my gosh, I was, again, far too depressed before winter even started, like around this point. But I kind of like the gloomy. Let me know what you think of this setup. I'm in the window right now, and it's like the sun is not overpowering. I have my little globe that I can turn off if I want less light, or turn back on. I think I'm coming around, y'all, but that's how I'm doing. Let me know how you're doing. New designs, let me show you really quick, and then we'll come back to these towards the end of the video because we do need to color in our trackers. They're gonna take a little bit of time. This is the new 50 envelope savings challenge, and it is in this wintry vibe. I am so excited to use this for the next few months. All of the little cards are completely different. There might be a couple repeats, like if I really liked them, but for the most part, very different, every single little card, and I really like the blue wintry vibes. So that goes 1 through 50 because it is a 50 envelope savings challenge. So that is a quick flip through of those. We will look more in depth in a minute. The other new binder is this 26-week savings challenge. I'm not using it in a traditional sense. I like the 26-week because if you're paid bi-weekly, you could just do this every single time you get a paycheck. You stuff one spot every single time you get paid. By the end of it, you have 1,500. I'm just using this to save as quickly as I can. Both of these binders are being used to save for a house I would love to purchase in 2026. We will see what the year has in store for me though. And then this is our bills binder and our Christmas savings. So we're gonna start with this one and then kind of work our way back through. But because I did change the designs around, I wanted to kind of give a refresher of what's going on here. But let's start by stuffing this 52-week savings. This is saving for next Christmas for me. I already have this Christmas completely funded and ready to go because I did this the entire last year, right? So we're gonna stuff $4 into here. I love this one because it starts slowly, so while we're still in this Christmas season, I'm not having to put too much towards next Christmas, but it's on our mind. It keeps it in our budget and keeps building the momentum. So it is good to start now to be ready by end of October next year. So we colored it in. That just kind of starts my tracker for me. I'm gonna stuff $4 here. So Christmas for next year, still on track for that one. Let's actually go back here. We're gonna need to color in our trackers because I did not, I've been working on this binder for a while, but I recently changed the design because I had more of a fall design and I wanted to switch to this one. So we do need to kind of recolor in. If you guys celebrate Thanksgiving, while I'm coloring this in, let me know in the comments. Let's see, we stuffed the 30s. Let me know in the comments if you guys are doing anything for Thanksgiving. I am not really. A lot of my family is going hunting for Thanksgiving weekend, And I don't know. So I think it's just gonna be me and my kids and my mom. I'm not a big Thanksgiving food person. I never have been. I don't think I ever will be. So I don't know. We kind of toyed around with the idea of like, what do we want to eat? We'll just make our own, like whatever, me and my mom. But we're both on diets that are different from one another. And my kids aren't, clearly they're not on a diet. So, but they don't really like Thanksgiving food either. So it's like, what? I don't really want it to center around food because that seems like a drag to me. Trying to accommodate 2 adults on a diet, one of which doesn't even like Thanksgiving food, that person being me, and then 2 kids that are not eating the same as us adults, and they don't really care about Thanksgiving food anyway. So I don't think we're really doing anything. I might try to think of something Christmassy that I can do and just invite my mom over to hang out with us. Let me know if you have any ideas of something we could do that would be like more Christmassy themed. Me and the boys already decorated. Like we already put up the tree and stuff, but I'm thinking maybe we could make some kind of a sweet treat together for the kids to enjoy, and then do Santa letters, maybe play a couple of board games. I don't know, not like an all day thing, but like just something to mark the day. Let me know if you have any ideas for us. I'm hoping to not spend a lot of money. I did try to buy, there's this game that I like, what is it called? Oh, I forget off the top of my head what it's called, but it's basically like a mystery game. It's like they send you all the clues and you have to solve it. I forget what it's called. It's not a mystery. It's not like a murder mystery, but it's something me and my mom and my kids like to do together. I tried to buy one of those, and then I realized that the theme for this month is a box we've already done together. And so I canceled it. So we're gonna do one in December for my birthday, but I really can't think of anything. I can't think of anything to do for Thanksgiving, except maybe Santa letters, do a little bit of like a wish list kind of hang out, maybe shop online some together. Let's see, 50, 60, 70, 80. We are gonna put $80 in this 26-week savings challenge. So let's color in the 80. I am having a 20% off sale for Black Friday too, so if you want to shop with me, I will also have some special doorbusters that are gonna be some old binders and just old things that aren't generally listed on the store anymore, but those are only gonna be on the website. So if you wanna check both Etsy and the website, the doorbusters are only gonna be on the website, but I will have 40%, or not 40, 20% off in the shop if anybody is interested in shopping. But because of that, I'm not really doing anything for Black Friday. As far as like, I'm not planning on going out to shop anywhere. First off, it's not something I typically like to shop from my house, like on any given occasion. But crowds and like fighting crowds and the possibility of getting sickness is not super appealing to me. 2040. So I know some places do Black Friday starting. Do a lot of places open on Thanksgiving night? I don't know, for some reason it's in my head that places will open Thanksgiving night. I don't have any desire to do that though, like to go shopping out in real life Thursday night, and I don't really feel the desire to do that over the weekend either. One, for the crowds, two, again, because I will be working on orders and stuff. So I don't know. I would like to do something though, but let me know if you guys are doing something special. I hope you're getting together with family or having some kind of a special memory, or maybe you're shopping. Let me know. So the 26th week, we got to color in all of our spots and put in our new money. So that is perfect. Let's do the same thing for this binder. And I am sorry if this is taking a little too long, but it won't take as long in the future. I'm just having to, like I said, fill out the numbers we already stuffed in. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is stuffed, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 11 and 12, 13 is stuffed, and then we're also gonna stuff 14 and 15. So we're gonna color up to the 15, and then we'll go back and stuff that 14 and 15. Speaking of Black Friday, if you are shopping for Black Friday, let me know where you're shopping and what kind of sales they're having. I am hoping to do some online shopping. I have saved a lot of the ideas of what I want to get the boys. I have saved them. I've written down the normal price. If you haven't done that yet, go ahead and do it tonight. But I've written down the price everything is currently, and I will shop sales trying to get those things for the boys. I have, I'm hoping to actually get myself a couple of things this year, but I don't know what I want. So we shall see. So if you know of any good deal, something that me and the kids would like, please let me know in the comments, or any good deals in general. Let's help out the entire community, because somewhere where you know there's a good deal, somebody else might be interested in that. So let us know. Okay, so we colored in, if I chat too much, then I'll forget. I'll forget where I'm stuffing. I don't know if you guys can you see it well enough? I know the blue is very faint. We might have to come back and do a darker blue on those if you guys can't see it very well, but in real life I can kind of tell where my tracker is. Ooh, I wonder if any planner lines are having sales. Does anybody know if like Happy Planner, probably not Hobonichi, right? Which y'all know I love Hobonichi. Okay, we color through the 15, and then we need to color the 49. We're just gonna do this without, oh, this is so much easier. Okay, 49 and 50 also colored in. I think I'm gonna have to off screen make this a darker blue because you can barely see any of that. I tried. And then we're gonna stuff the 14, so let's do 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm finally over sickness, y'all. I have been sick for literally 2 weeks. It's just like it was a lingering cough that would not go away. We're also stuffing the 15, 10, 15. But it finally, like I have a little bit of a cough left, but it for the most part is gone. My son also last night, he had his first piano recital. It was his first recital period. Also as a homeschool kid, I can't say that we've had many opportunities for him to like be on a stage of any kind lately, at least not since his public school days. When he was in public school, every year each grade would do a little thing. Like the first graders might be doing a play and the second graders would do a caroling thing together. So when they were little, we had more time, like we had more of those kinds of experiences. Housing, this is our 1 month ahead binder if you don't know, so this is saving to get 1 month ahead on all of our bills. Housing is gonna get $40. So when my boys were little, I'm talking like pre-K and then kindergarten and first grade for my oldest. My youngest never went to public school, but we had much more opportunity for these kinds of things, right? So it didn't feel as nerve-wracking. I almost passed out while he was playing piano up there for his recital, but he did amazing. I was so proud of him. He was so proud of himself after. He was really hesitant, not excited to go 2040 when we left the house, but he left it feeling really confident and excited that he did it, which is, of course, everything that you want to happen with these kinds of experiences for your kids, right? 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 160 we now have saved towards 1 month ahead on our housing. Next we have electric. Let's put $15 into electric. 10, 15. So that was our big highlight of things that we had kind of been prepping for. I wouldn't say we were prepping for it all week, but you know, when you got like a big thing coming up. Am I the only one like this? I don't know, maybe it's just me. If there is something coming up, it's like I'm over focused on it until it finally ends. So we went and got some dress clothes earlier in the week, which was pretty pricey. And then he spent a lot of time practicing and then having it yesterday. So it was an amazing experience. I am happy to be moving on to new experiences though. Electric, we added 15, we have 10, 15, no, we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. We have $60 towards our electric bill. Oh, another big thing that y'all are gonna see my shopping pretty soon, and we're gonna chat about the huge haul that I got when we talk about my income and my expenses for this week. But I finally started getting billed for my boys' school. Groceries, we're gonna add $20, $30. If you probably already know this if you've been around for a while, but my boys are in a private school that is primarily funded by the state. The state of Iowa gives every student $8,000 to go to a private school of their choice if they choose to not use the public school system, which I think was one of my biggest mental drains in continuing to homeschool, knowing that we had other options available outside of the public school system. Nothing against the public school system. However, it did not work for my oldest kid, and my youngest is so sensitive that while he never experienced it, I think it would be detrimental to his mental health because he's just so sensitive. Groceries, we added 30. We have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120 towards groceries. Next, we have phones. We're just going to add $6 towards phones because we have relatively cheap plans. My boys have Gab Wireless, like phone watches, and I have a phone line through Cricket Wireless. So all in all, I think we pay $50 or $60. I don't know. I just remember when I did the tally, we just have to have $6 per little icon. My oldest is actually the opposite of my youngest. He's not extremely sensitive, but it made him the target of, like, teachers didn't like him because you can't just tell him something. He's my kid that if he and I are having a disagreement on something, he is always right. It's so annoying. It is so annoying. If you have a kid like that, let me know. Mind you, he's 11. So, like, you know, not always when it comes to, like, life experience, but, like, if we're talking about the moon cycle or the Civil War or any random factual thing, or, like, how long it takes water to boil, literally anything, he's always right. And I can imagine how, as a teacher, that would be, like, your worst nightmare as a kid when you've got kind of a really confident boy who just knows that you're wrong. He's willing to die on that hill, you know what I mean? So anyway, my kids, for different reasons, I don't think public school would serve them. And let's count this first. 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, $24 now towards phones. Now I am a single mom, so I had every plan on them being public school kids. But in Mississippi, we tried it. My oldest was getting bullied by, like, admin and teachers and stuff in the first grade. So anyway, that's a whole other thing. Car, we're adding 22. Point was really to say, I did just start getting billed for their private school because their private school goes by income, like past that, 8,000. The state gives the school 8,000 per student, but then there's more money that is due depending on your income. Well, they finally worked out my income and figured out how much I should be paying, and it worked out to $50 per month, basically until, like, the next school year, and then it gets recalculated again. But I will be paying through the summer and stuff. And y'all, when I got that bill for $50, or, like, that notice that it had been calculated and it was gonna be $50, it's like, oh my gosh, the best $50 every month I will ever spend. I love their school. But I think I started all this to say, y'all know I did have a hard time continuing to overstretch myself, trying to homeschool them and trying to work and trying to grow our income. I was doing too much. And I've said it before, but I'm in a good season of life because I let go of the homeschooling thing. My boys are thriving. I'm so happy they are in school. They are so happy they're in school. And it's just one of those moments that's like, things can be scary, but it's actually better if you'll give it a chance. Give it a chance because it could be better. And if it's not better, if you take that chance and it's actually not better, you could always change your mind. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the pitch that I gave my boys and myself. $1, $2, $3 towards subscriptions, and they're absolutely loving it. They're upset that we're almost halfway through the year. When I told them recently, we're almost halfway through the school year. You guys are doing amazing. They were like, what? How did we get here already? Subscriptions, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. $12 towards subscriptions. My subscriptions are relatively low, so that's why we don't need much every single week to try to color this in. Just a couple more categories. Thank you guys for hanging out with me this whole time. Insurance, we are going to put $5 in insurance. Ooh, that was the wrong side of the blue. We'll just pretend that dark blue line is a shadow. And we'll put $5 into insurance. We now have 5, 10, 15, 20. $20 into insurance. When we started this binder, said that, oh, let's try to get this done by the end of I might have even said by the end of the year. There's no way that's going to happen, y'all. We're only stuffing one every single week. So in some categories, we might get close. But others, like the car, we're way off. So we're either going to have to pick up the pace and try to start doubling. I don't think my budget can handle that right now. Or we're just going to have to continue slow and steady and just, it is what it is. Bills, we are going to put $26 so that we can color in one of these little icons. $25, $26. Bills for me is a lot of consolidated debt, which also I would love to kind of pay off quicker, but it's going to take as long as it takes. 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, and 1, 2, 3, 4. $104 towards basically an extra consolidated debt payment. We're skipping the games we typically do right now just because funds are kind of low, and we will stuff into our monthly challenge as long as we have, yes, I was going to say as long as we have the right amount. We do have $4 that we're going to stuff into the 4 spot. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. Please give the video a like if you enjoyed it. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe. I do a video like this every single week, just kind of catching up on life, stuffing our binder, and then like I said too, every week we're also sharing my entire income and expenses and everything I spent and made for the week. That's it. The new binders are also live on Etsy and on JordanBudgets.com, but again, I will be doing a Black Friday sale very soon, so if you're waiting for that to happen, I completely understand. As always, I love you guys, I appreciate you, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.